Oh, happy Friday out there in YouTube land. Hope you guys are having a good day. Just want to do another video. I mean, I think us out here in the TCG space hobby can't get enough of the Sword and Shield era. What's going on with the booster boxes? What's going on? Ridiculous pricing. The Lugia Altar from Silver Tempest just went over 200, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it's almost hitting 210. I think it was at 207 just a little bit ago when I checked. I picked that one up for my son maybe a month ago for 130 bucks shipped all in. It landed for 130, and man, that thing's gonna be 230 here pretty soon. Man, everything's moving. I grabbed the Umbreon V back in the beginning of February. That one was only like 76 bucks landed. Now it's at 190, almost 200. It's just it's unreal what's going on. So I wanted to talk about Crown Zenith, maybe a little bit about Pokemon Go too. But Crown Zenith is like, it's, to me it feels like it's getting a little bit forgotten. People are never going to forget about it, but it's kind of like it doesn't have a booster box. So it's one of those sets like Pokemon Go or Celebrations that doesn't have a booster box, but Celebrations doesn't have alt art. So it kind of has there's two very variables that are kind of different than everything else for Celebrations, but Pokemon Go does have alt arts. And so this is crazy. So we're going to talk about Astral Radiance a little bit here. Just that one sold out a little bit ago on the Pokemon Center website. This Beedrill right here, all of a sudden has become super hot. I mean, the Beedrill, we're looking at a just in the last month, 113% gained. I mean, it was sitting at about $22 a month ago, and now it's up at 47, almost 48 bucks. It's up there with the Palkia, Dialga, and the Starmie. It's not up there with the Machamp yet, but it's only a matter of time before those cards get over 100 bucks, start catching up to the Machamp. It won't pass it, and probably won't catch it, but it's gonna get up there. Moves, make some gains. But yeah, I picked this one up for 30 bucks, shipped, landed, everything, and it took 6 days from the day I pushed the purchase button to it landing at my house. And by the time it landed, it went from a $30 card to 45 bucks. It's gone up a couple bucks since then, or 44 bucks, gone up like 3 bucks. So that's a good pickup right there if you haven't got that one. Everything from Astral Radiance is pretty good. So it's everything's moving, it's hot. And then so Pokemon Go is kind of an odd one too. I mean, the set's small. All the big hits in there are like rainbows. The big hit is the Rainbow Mew. It seems like it's not really moving. It's still sitting at about 35 bucks. But you got the Mew alt art right there. I picked this one up for like 16 bucks. Probably back in January. I mean, it was so underrated, so undervalued, and it hasn't been doing too much. But a month ago it was sitting about 15 bucks, and now it's gone up about 50%, sitting closer to $24 now. And this one might be one I'm considering picking up a handful of these, maybe put in a $200 or $300 worth of money on these, picking up 10 or 15 copies just to see what happens, because I really do believe in this card. I do believe that this one is better than the Rainbow Mew too. It's probably gonna pass that one soon here shortly. I could see this being a $40-50 card in the next couple months here, or if not even sooner. So grab a few of these, maybe you can double your money. Again, just my thought, not something you do. Don't go and do that and then hit me up saying, hey, I grabbed them all, now they crashed. Long term they're not going to crash, but I mean, the volatility of the way that the cards are moving, the Moonbreon could crash and go back down to like 600, which is not all-time lows. But if you're buying it at 900 right now, you're taking a risk. If you're buying it when you bought it at 600, you were taking a risk, but that risk paid off. So yeah, this is a card right here that everyone should have in their collection, in your binders. And if you're one of those guys who likes flip singles, I think this is a good one. This one, definitely the Beedrill will make you some money, but it's already like a big $20 jump. So This guy here, it's been a like, was that a $7 jump? So still not too bad. So I think you could probably still find some of these maybe on eBay for 20 bucks or something like that. Probably get yourself 10 of them for $200. Like I said, 15 of them for 300 bucks is what I'm kind of probably going to try to shoot at, and see if I can't turn that 300 bucks into 600 bucks in like a month or something. Um, it would be awesome. I got bills, I got a mortgage, I got, a single father with kids. So I wish I had it where I can go and spend 5,000 on a bunch of singles, wait a month and turn that 5,000 into 7,500, or, even 10,000 or something like that. And you can do that. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people on TCG Player that are actually doing that, some of that market manipulation they're talking about. But it's such a hot time right now for Sword and Shield that even like the little bit of market manipulation, or PokeRev talking about a card, or Cool Trainer Ryan chasing hella like stuff, it might affect things, but it's so hot. Everything in Sword and Shield is just selling out, and even the Divergent Powers tints, the the red one, the Hisui Anti-Flosion, that actually just recently sold out. So all that's available on the Divergent Powers tins is the Decidueye and the Hisuian Samurott. So I think I'm gonna probably grab some of those just to get some Evolving Skies and my sealed stuff again, because I haven't been able to find any in a while. So all right, so we talked about Pokemon Go. I don't think there's really any other investable cards in there. The Conkeldurr has not gone up, even though it took Cool Trainer Ryan forever to pull that card, and he pulled a bunch of these. Maybe pulling a bunch of these made it go up a little bit. Could have been part of that. I don't know. I do want to kind of talk about a underrated card in Lost Origin, because Lost Origin has the two big hits, Giratina and the Aerodactyl. It's got a couple of the cards, the Rotom and the big Pikachu, but here's one that's actually doing some gains right now. My son pulled this one out of a box the end of last year, and it was about 15 bucks. I think in the last month its low was $20, and it has since gone up 45% or so, 45%. So raw copies are sitting around 30 bucks almost. This PSA 9 one here, I've been seeing sales. We're looking here, sales in around 40. So I think the PSA 9 is adding like a $10 premium on there, which sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the 9s are worth exactly what a raw is, but in other instances, sometimes people are willing to pay a little bit more. But like this one here, it's in the bottom right corner. There's a little tiny whitening. You probably can't see it on there, but I think that's what held us back from getting the PSA 10. But my son pulled it and he was happy too. So, and it's a beautiful card. It's got the texture on it and everything. One of the better trainer gallery cards from that block of Sword and Shield. But it's another one to go ahead and pick up and start to do some gaining. So might be able to find it for 25, not 30. So that's just a Lost Origin one. So, but let's get to the business we were wanting to talk about here. It's Crown Zenith. I mean, it doesn't have a booster box, so it kind of is getting left behind. I think my thought is that when Silver Tempest sells out, Crown Zenith is the set right behind that. I think that's when people are gonna start moving that way. Like my favorite product from there, again, it's gonna be that Walmart exclusive 6-pack booster bundle, and for some reason TCG Player does not have a price on that. I'd say that 6-pack thing is worth about $30. So I mean that's my guesstimate of what the value is, 30, maybe $32 at the most. But in the future, it's 6 packs. It presents pretty well, like the the same thing from 151. So I think that's a good item. There's a lot of items from Crown Zenith that are actually going up in price, sealed products. But the cards are they're not moving too much. Let's start looking at some. I brought some graded ones here. This one again was another one my son pulled. It's a Deoxys. It's literally like a $2.60 card, but we sent that in to get it graded because it looked perfect. I mean, it was amazing. My son loves it. I mean, it's excessive with the Rapid Strike, Fusion Strike, and the Single Strike all over there. My son thought that was the funniest thing. He was like, why is that? There's so much just going on with that card. But you look at the card, and so a $2 card cost us $15 to send it in to get graded because we're in the PSA club, and there's sales here $41, $60, $50. So PSA 10 kind of turns this card into something, you know, worth having, you know, at 260 really. But we pulled it out of a pack. It looked great. Sent it in, got the 10. So turn a $2.60 card with a $15 investment into it to a $40 to $50 card. So pretty nice right there. One of the more underrated cards in there in all of Crown Zenith. But next card is super underrated. It's probably one of the best artworks I have ever seen. Some people may not like it. I think this is one of my son's favorite cards. It is the Hisuian Zoroark right here. I mean, the artwork is stunning. The colors are like sepia, washed out kind of looking, but vibrant at the same time. It's weird. I don't know how to explain that. Just an amazing card. You know, again, this is like a $13 card, but in a PSA 10, for some reason, this jumps from $260 to like $40 to $50 in a PSA 10. This card right here jumps from 13 to like 35 bucks. It's weird. I don't get it, but that just speaks to how underrated this card is right here. I think you know, in the future you're gonna see some big gains on that one. We bought this one for like the $40 or something off eBay, but my son also pulled another pristine looking copy out of a pack, so we're probably not going to send that one since we do have the 10 here. There's no reason to send that other one in, and unless the price starts jumping, then it'd be like, okay, let's go ahead and send that. Another underrated card here is the Mewtwo V-Star right there. I mean, it's basically about $50 raw. So in a PSA 9, like right here, maybe it adds 10 bucks. You know, it doesn't add too much, but super underrated. There's an amazing card right here. Love that one. If you don't have that in there, you got to get that. I don't have all those other gold cards. What do we got? There's so that's about $50. The Origin Form Dialga is about 48 bucks. The Origin Form Palkia is $42. The Arceus is approaching 60 bucks now, and so I need to get those 3 cards right now. I don't think the Arceus is moving too much, probably gone up 5 bucks, but the Dialga and the Palkia really kind of haven't moved yet. That Mewtwo hasn't really moved yet. The secondary cards, after you get past the big hitter cards, you got the secondary cards, which is this, like the Leafeon, Glaceon, Suicune, Raikou, Entei, and I love the one that people don't talk about a lot is that Darkrai. That Darkrai in there is awesome. My son's pulled the Japanese one out of V-Star Universe and the English one. Same with the Roku. I believe he pulled the Japanese and the English Roku. Never pulled the Entei, Leafeon, Suicune, but the heavy hitter from that set is the Gold Giratina. And Giratina is probably one of like my favorite characters. It's Giratina and Celebi. I mean, who don't like a monster version of an onion? That's kind of cool. I didn't realize Celebi was an onion, and when my son told me that, I was like, you know what? It's probably like my favorite because I love onions. I eat onion rings, raw onions, pickled onions. I don't care. I love onions. So, but this right here, I have a funny feeling because this is like the only card that's moving. This card and the Magic card from Paldea Evolved are moving. Like coincidentally, the Giratina is just going nuts. So you got the Giratina from Lost Origin, but you know, the following set, 2 sets after that one, you got this beautiful gold Giratina. Like, it doesn't do it any justice at all, my camera here, but we picked this one up for like 70 bucks, 75 bucks, I think, quite a while back. That was last year, probably fall of last year, and it's sitting at $100 right now raw. And so I think just in this, adding the PSA 9 to it doesn't really do anything. I still think it's about $100, and the PSA 9, PSA 10s are going for like $220, $225 or something like that. So this might be a one right now. A PSA 10 going for $225 might actually be a good one to grab, because in the future I could see this raw card being $200 and the PSA 10's $500-600 bucks. So that's one I'm kind of thinking of. I might also grab a handful of raw ones of this one too, because I do think like I believe really big in this Giratina right here. I mean, like I said, it's the only one that's really moving right now in Crown Zenith. So right now is a good time to actually get into these gold cards, the Mewtwo, and I would say those secondary, the Raikou, Entei, Suicune, and the Darkrai, maybe that Leafeon and Glaceon. Not the big fan of the Glaceon looks cool, but that Leafeon right there, I like that better than the one from Evolving Skies, and that Evolving Skies one is just, it's it's up there. It's crazy. So yeah, the Crown Zenith, like I said, I is it time to get into this stuff? I think so. I think right now is a good time to start getting into it. This one's starting to move a lot, so I would start here. But like everything from Crown Zenith, I think is going to be a good play in the future. Actually, in the near future, actually, I think it's not seeing its, you know, everything's like just going crazy, and it's not seeing that yet. Pokemon Go is not, but like I said, that one right there, I think don't sleep on these right here. Pokemon Go. Oh, dropped a pen. But the Mewtwo from Pokemon Go. I mean, the rest, I think the rainbows and all that stuff, I don't think you're gonna have a hard time getting those. They'll probably move a little bit later, but this guy's starting to move. Like I said, I could see this card being 45, 50 bucks in a month or something like that, you know, because it's at 23, 24 right now, and these cards are just moving. It's not even, doesn't even sound crazy now saying that it can go up 15 bucks in a week, because they are. I mean, we've seen it with the Beedrill. I mean, it's nuts. This is nuts. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about a little bit of Crown Zenith, a little bit of Pokemon Go, and this crazy Sword and Shield investing. And like I said, if you're just a collector and you're not investing, you know, don't, like I said, for me, I don't collect. All this stuff right here is my son's stuff that I bought him or he pulled and we've graded. For me, I don't have binders of stuff. I do have some sports cards. I don't really like to collect too long. I like to hold for a little bit and then move, you know, when players get hot. It's kind of like this. Hold a little bit until the set gets hot and then, you know, start moving them. Put my money into the next one, and probably Evolved is where I'm going with my booster boxes. After I think I'm kind of done picking up Sword and Shield ones now, so Paldea Evolved. And I kind of believe in Paradox Rift a little bit, not as much as Paldea, but you know, so not a financial advisor. I make a little bit of money with the cards. It's a side hustle. As you can see, I'm in my office right now. I draw buildings, structural steel detailer, but I do like to make money out stuff like that. I also flip shoes, you know, like buy and sell shoes. I take my shoes off in the office sometimes. These are SB Dunks, you know. You've probably seen the video of these. Or if you didn't, I posted a video. I got like 10,000 views on that one, of the white and black gum pack here. So I do shoes, sports cards, TCG, you know, whatever I can do to make money on the side. I just like making money, you know. So not a financial advisor. I'm a guy who puts money in, tries to get money out. That's the American dream, man. You can do whatever you want here, make as much money as you want, or not. You can work as much as you want, or as little as you want, you know. All right, end of my, again, investment market watch rant of the Pokemon TCG hobby. Guys, have a great weekend. See you in the next video.